welcome back to the Water Tower Podcast. It has been a while, almost a full summer, but we're back, getting ready to count you down to Black Cat football. With me, as always, is Wes and DeLeo. Man, it's been nearly 2 months.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
But, you know, life happens. We've been busy. DeLeo, I know y'all been T-balling it up.
Yep.
For weeks now.
Yeah, that and I know that kept Wes busy a little bit too.
It was fun though. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, we were lucky enough to advance to the state tournament this year, so that made the season, I don't want to say drag on, but made the season, go further than your normal season. So we fortunately that didn't go how we wanted it to, went 0-2, but it was fun, and like I said, kept us busy, but it's over now and ready to get back in just in time for football season.
Good experience for them girls, though. Getting to play together and go on further than just my head league and all that. So
yeah. I mean,
it's good stuff.
The more practice you get, the better off you're going to be for the next year and the following years to come.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and just you get to see, kind of where you stand when
what you need to work on.
Yeah, you face that top tier talent.
I'll say this: I learned a lot watching y'all play the other teams. Like, one thing that I'll incorporate next year is we're not going to hit ground balls anymore. We're just going to hit the ball in the air.
Yeah,
and because when I umpired one of y'all's games, I was like, why do y'all set the tee up so high? And then I'm watching, I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I coached T-ball, and we had a lot of power hitters, so they line drives and stuff, so I didn't have to worry about that. This past year, it was really had to learn how to coach again.
Yeah.
So it was fun, though, man, and congratulations to y'all. And congratulations to you, baby boy, coming soon.
Oh, yeah. December.
Big stuff, man. Good stuff.
Some people got all the luck.
Some people don't.
I'm two for three. So congratulations, though, brother.
Yeah. So this episode, we're going to kind of get into our Black Cat football talk, and then the weeks to come, just getting you guys ready for the season to come. Today, we're going to kind of look back at last season, the highs and lows from that season, from winning district, making the playoffs, break down who we lost, who's coming back for the Black Cats this year, and then take a look at the schedule for the 2025 season. So just real quick, 2024 Black Cats went 6-5 overall, district champs, by district finalists. And week 1 they lost to Westwood in high scoring affair 76-42. Week 2 they beat Fairfield 37-23. Week 3 lost to Gatesfield 35-13. Week 4 lost to Tig 28-20. In week 5 shut out Cameron Yo 35-0. Week 7 we got a big win versus their rival Rosebeck 41-13. Week 8 lost to West 7-6. In week 9 lost to Whitney 55-42. Week 10 lost to Maypearl beat Maypearl 17-10 in overtime. Week 11 beat Grandview 23-16, and then lost to Pilot Point in the bi-district round 36-32.
You're just giving us some extra losses there, man. It's
you said we lost to Whitney.
Oh, my bad, we beat Whitney.
Oh, man. Yeah, it was like you said, highs and lows. Had some really good highs. Had a few lows of the lows, too, with losing Micah and then losing, I thought, the West game. That was winnable. But then the Pilot Point game was the one that just, like we talked about in the past and all that. Like I said at the game, we looked like a district champ, like we're going to roll. And then shortly after, man, it went sideways.
Yeah. And we'll get more into it as we break down opponents in the coming weeks. But, just to recap, going through, that week 1 against Westwood, they got guys all over the field. You're going to have to score with them at the end of the day. But I thought, that offense coming out and, putting up 42 in week 1, that was a good sign to come.
Yeah.
Just ultimately, Westwood's got a dude that you have to keep scoring with him, or
yeah,
it's gonna be a long day.
He's going to be probably I don't know if he'll be the number one quarterback in the class of 2027, but he won't be out of the top 3.
No.
Like, he's going to go wherever he wants to go and play football. So, just having to deal with someone like that, especially at the 3A level, that dude's just special though. So I mean, you hope to contain him, but like you said, you just got to score with him and keep the ball out of his hands. So we'll see.
Yeah, but then week 2, getting a win there against Fairfield. Man, I think week 1 you saw we could run the ball, pass the ball. Week 2, I felt like we really found an identity running the football.
Yeah.
Against Fairfield.
And we had both running backs healthy at that time too. 20 wasn't healthy all year. That was big. I think that the loss to West, if Top's healthy, we win that one. Tig, that game was more his style. So that could have been a different outcome. But yeah, that Fairfield game, I thought we was our most complete team at the time. What we could have looked like moving forward. I really was excited about that, and he just couldn't stay on the field.
Yeah. Of course, Gatesville. They're going to be a tough out.
Yeah.
Every year, I think they lost a bunch of starters from 2 years ago to last year.
Yeah.
Again, they lose a lot of starters, but they're going to be good. Tig, it's going to be a dogfight
Every time.
Just couldn't get things going offensively. Stalled out a lot. Came up short. But I thought that loss kind of changed the season. I think after that, got things going, like that big win against Yo, 35-0. Like, I can't tell you the last time we had a shutout.
I think you might have been in school the last time.
So
That Grosbeck game, maybe.
Yeah.
Might have been.
It's been a while. I can't think off the top of my head. I would have to go look it up.
Then obviously that big win against Grosbeck, 41-13. I think that was the most complete game that we played all year. Defense, offense, special teams.
It's everybody, and what they went through leading up to that, just how focused and locked in they were. Like pregame, it was like them dudes weren't playing around. They were like locked in, laser focused on what we were about to do tonight. And you can feel it in the air. Like, I don't know, I've said this before, but like it was just a different atmosphere that night. Like it had a different feel to it, man. Like you knew it was finna get ugly out here tonight.
Yeah, like you said, that's the only words I can put it into is you just knew.
Yeah.
You can, like you said, you can feel it. You knew,
Well, like, I thought the opening kickoff, we get the onside kick. Like, at that point, you knew.
Yeah.
Like, okay, yep.
Defense was hitting.
That's the game. I thought when we got that onside kick, ball game.
Yeah. And then when Bird jumped over the dude, that was it. Like, it was over.
Yep.
So.
Then, the following week, I felt like it wasn't that we just played bad. I just felt like we had all that momentum from Grosbeck, all the emotion from it. You were at like the highest point, but then just to kind of exhale.
West was really good though. Like their defense. If they had one or two more kids on offense and they could match what their defense brought, them dudes, they'd have made a run.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause their defense was. It was crazy. Like the schemes, the different coverages, and all that. We looked a little confused all night, and you throw stuff like that at a 17, 18-year-old that ain't seen a lot of different stuff like that, and it showed. Like, it really did. I bet going back watching film, there's a lot of different things we could look back and been like, oh, we could have done that and this, but at the time, man, it's happening in real time, and everybody's just kind of like, man, what are they doing?
Yeah.
So it was what it was.
Yeah, but we bounced back against Whitney.
Big win.
Bird goes for the school record, 374 yards,
Something
whatever
like that,
it was, against Whitney. They got some good guys on their side too. Like they had the Haynes kid at receiver. Quarterback was pretty good.
It was an exciting game. Like it was fun.
And then followed that up with the overtime win against Maypro. Like, I thought that was like the most impressive win I've ever been a part of. It was a gut check win.
Yeah.
Like,
because that game could have been the West game all over again.
Yeah.
It had remnants of it.
And our offense kind of stalled out throughout the game.
Yeah.
Their offense couldn't get anything going. Like, it felt just like that West game, but,
Yeah.
Then week 11, to me, another just gut check win. You come out the gate, score in the first play. We scored 23 points in the first half and get shut out in the second half.
I think if Bird had been healthy, that game's probably not as close as it turned out to be. Does Grandview make some plays in the second half? Yeah, they had some dudes, but they couldn't stop Bird.
No.
And the Bird injury kind of set us back in the second half because we didn't really. They took everything else away. They weren't going to let us throw it to KB. And the D line, they were just after us all night. And without Bird back there, they could do that. So, but like you said, we gutted it out and got a win on their home field on senior night, last game they ever played there, and for them seniors, and that was a big time win. I almost think that was a bigger win than the Maypro win. Like, as far as what it meant, if Maypro was at home, we went and did that on the road at a one of the top premier programs in Class 3A.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that was to me, that was our biggest win of the year right there.
And just with everything that happened with the mic and everything, that was goal number one. You wanted to get that done for him.
Yep. Went
out there and got it done.
And we got and Steve Trantham, man, this guy, the work that he's done throughout the years from Mahia football, hasn't gone unnoticed by a lot, but has by a lot at the same time. He got to see one last district championship before he unfortunately passed away. So that was big for that too, man. So I was glad we could do that for him.
But then, obviously, we ended the season on a disappointment note versus Pilot Point, 36-32. Then we spoke quite a few times about it.
We talked about it though. That was one of those, like, what Pilot Point does. It was a quiet storm that we were heading into. Like, I thought I wasn't too worried, but like I knew there was a chance, like, with what they do, with how they can run the ball. If we didn't get a stop or two and they get a lead, they could kind of choke that clock out on us. So just unfortunate. Bird wasn't healthy again this game. He made a couple plays, but then the shoulder injury kind of got to him again, and just one of those things, man. It sucks, but somebody's got to lose, and unfortunately, it was us that night.
Yeah. So that's kind of our recap of last season. So some key losses that we lost from last year. Obviously, Braden Wilson at quarterback, Jacquees Cooper at running back, Kyron Bedford, Jatavius Blue at receiver. We lose Xavier West on the O-line. That was a big one. 4-year starter right there. I think he started 49 games, something like that.
Yeah.
On the defensive line, Demetric Adams, linebacker, Adrian Mendoza, Isaac Toll, Millie Hicks, and then in our secondary, Alfie Ferris, Kyron Dunn, and Chris Mendez. All big contributors, but
Dro played about the same amount of games as Xavier West, huh? It had him in the 40s.
His freshman year, he didn't get up until week 5.
So that would have
like 38 or something like that. It's close.
Yeah, but being the leader in the middle for three of them. That kid. When you talk about being a black cat and putting in the work and what it means to be a student athlete, not many match Adriano Mendoza. Like that, from the classroom to the field, man, that dude there did some special stuff, man, and all the recognition he's got, and the stuff that he's going to achieve in life, man. That kid there is you want your kid to be the mirror of him. Yep. If you have a son, man, that kid there, that's a special kid right there.
Yeah, a lot of guys to replace. We were talking, it's a blessing and a curse at the same time. Senior heavy teams normally are going to do good, but at the same time, the year to follow, you got a lot to replace. I'm not saying you can't be good. I think we still have a chance to be really, really good. But again, all the guys coming up, and they got to catch on quick.
Yeah.
Just take a look at the guys that we do have coming back. Demons of Ben, Keydraylen Hudson returns for his second year on varsity.
Newcomer of the year.
Yep.
So.
But outside backer Terry Alexander. This is going to be his third year on varsity.
Yeah.
He comes back. Inside backer Caston Williams, which got moved up late last season, but made a big impact.
Made some plays. Yeah.
Made some plays. He comes back, and then in our secondary, you have Kel Collins, which
He could have a monster year if he locks in and really wants it.
He comes back at corner. Moving to the offensive side, obviously Stephen Milas returns. Wasn't healthy last year, but had a really good sophomore season. Played most of his freshman season, so he comes back for his senior year. Keithan Davis returns as our lone receiver. Offensive line, Gabe Gutierrez, Montrell Carter, and Rylan Greer all come back.
That's a positive right there. Like that because I feel like we got a couple kids we can plug in those other two spots. O-line, having said that, the O-line could really be great for us this year if they're dedicated and locked in. And then Top Miles being healthy is going to be huge. Like that, he's poised for a breakout year if he's healthy. Like he is that's a dude right there that got robbed of a junior year. So I mean, that's just hopefully he can stay healthy and that O-line is really bought in. 3 of 5 coming back ain't bad at all.
Yeah, that's big time because I mean, like this sheet right here says we have 5 returners on offense. 3 of them are on the O-line.
Yeah.
You got a lot of skill guys that don't have varsity touches.
Three on the O-line. 1 didn't even play last year, but a game and a half. And then Keithan and Kate Molina, they come back, and I would bet their stats are almost
Right.
they're probably close. I don't know if Caden scored. I know Keithan had 1 touchdown.
Yeah.
And had about 70 yards receiving. But I mean, it's not a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of playing time, but not a lot of stats.
Yeah.
Of course, when you got KB and Chitay, you ain't got to throw the ball to too many other people. So.
Yeah. No. Like I was gonna say, I think the line having as many returners as it does, that'll help those skill guys. You got experience up front while they kind of figure out, what their roles are. Coaches kind of figure out who does what, who needs to do what. I think that group right there can kind of help smooth the process out for everybody.
And not to mention our offensive staff's kind of young too. They're going to be trying to figure it out as they grow together. Case is the new OC. It's going to be his first time being the OC. A couple new guys coming out of college that are going to be helping coach and got playing experience but not got necessarily coaching experience yet. So everybody I think is going to be trying to figure out together. The kids are going to be trying to figure it out while playing. Coaches are going to be trying to figure it out while coaching. Then everybody's just coming together and trying to get it right by the time we get to district. So, and I'm pretty positive they'll get it figured out. We got some smart football in their minds in that locker room, and we got kids that really want to be good. So I'm not too worried. Just we got to get to district and stay healthy. That's my biggest thing this year, is staying healthy.
Yeah.
Aiden's had he'll be coming in to play quarterback for us. He's had some health issues in the past. Like, if we can stay healthy, we'll be fine when we get to district, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it says 4 returning starters on defense, 5 on offense. Not to say there's not more coming back. Like, I feel like there's a lot of guys that did contribute last year that aren't on this sheet. Like you said, Caden Molina played a lot.
Yeah.
Might not have had many touches, but he did play a lot. Like, he has a lot of varsity experience. His brother, Caleb Molina, has a lot of varsity experience. So there's a lot of guys.
Even the quarterback, he got some playing time last year. So it's
and he's looked good in the summer. Like it's 7-on-7, and I know it's 7-on-7, but just throwing the ball, being confident. I think by the time we went to SMU, Aiden looked really good throwing the ball. He looked confident. He knew where he wanted to go. He knew what to read and all that. And we played some stiff competition up there at SMU. Like, we played some 5A, 6As, Highland Park, Cedar Hill, Rouse out of Round Rock, beat them in the playoff. So, I mean, and Aiden looked really good and had like a good connection with his receivers and good readings and all that. So, I'm not too worried. I know once you put the pads on, it gets a little faster and it's more to it. But he looked really confident at the end of 7-on-7. So hopefully that's a positive moving forward too.
Do y'all have anyone y'all think is kind of a dark horse on the roster that could step up and be a big time playmaker?
So maybe a couple of them freshmen that moved up. Markavian Boyd could be big. Rylan Gowan could be a guy. I think it's confidence with them dudes. Like they're really athletic. They're really talented, but mentally, I think it's holding them back right now. I think once they get with the pads get on, they get out there flying around and stuff, and they see that it's not that big of a difference than Friday night. At least it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
Like the transition wasn't like too big. You know, everybody talked about it's faster and this and that. It really wasn't to me. I mean, it was about the same, really. Just guys were a little bigger. I mean, but I think them dudes. I think Jeremiah Adams could have a really good year. I seen him the other day. He's bulked up a lot. He could be good for us. Running back, we're going to have a running back too. Top can't get 50 carries a game.
I think it's going to be more by committee.
Yeah.
Like, we have a bunch of guys that can get carries back there.
Yeah.
Kale, even though he's playing receiver, will get some carries. You got...
he could have a great year. That's a kid you can move to different... We got several, like, you can move around to different spots.
See,
Kale's one of those that...
He was going to be the one when he asked about a dark horse. Not a dark horse because we know who he is. Most people around the town know who he is.
Yeah.
But I don't think Syntax really knows Kel Collins in football.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you on that.
I think they're about to know Kel Collins in football after this season.
Basically, he hasn't had his coming out party yet.
Right.
You've seen spurts of it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he came out late and
You
all
saw
that
the flashes of what it could be. I think it'll be a lot more consistent this year. He got an off season in it.
He looked really good at 7-on-7 too. He made a lot of plays on offense and defense. I think he could end up being a top 25 Syntax recruit. You know, Waco Trib puts that out every year. The top 25. I think he could be a top 25 football recruit. And football, honestly, I think he could be better in football than he is basketball. And just he had to put the time and work in that he has basketball and all that. But he's a really special athlete. So, I mean, guys like him and Todd Miles, they're going to have to carry us this year.
Right.
Like when someone needs the ball, I would bet one of them two are getting it, you know, for big time plays.
Cash Williams, he'll get some touches at running back. Like you were experimenting with him a little bit. I think he can be a guy that you go to.
Yeah.
I mean, Jonathan Quinton, he's a guy that's been on varsity the last 2 years. Again, doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but he has a ton of playing time on the varsity level. You got, to me, someone that helped on the offensive line is Brian Sarabia.
Yeah. I think Keith Draylen's gonna. Just my opinion, I would flip him and let him play both ways. I think he could really help the O-line. That's just my opinion. I mean, he's a good looking kid. He can move really well. Probably left tackle is where I would that would best suit him. That's y'all's call on that one, but I would probably have him. That's probably I would. He'd be getting out of 90 and getting in the 50s number.
Yeah, I mean, with how much we lost, I think most of these guys, if not all of them, are going to be playing both ways.
I told mine.
Just because you have to.
Yeah. That's not a bad thing.
No.
Like, get in shape and go make plays. Like, you look at a lot of them smaller teams in the 3A D1, 3A D2, 2A D1, 2A D2. Their best players don't come off the field. Some 4A and 5As, like their best players stay on the field. So I seen some highlights this past year. The Corey and Moore for Duncanville played corner, and he went to, I think, Oregon. He's going as one of the top receivers in the nation, but he played defense too when he had to. I mean, like, that's the biggest thing is guys got to, like, when I was in school, I didn't want to come off the field. Like, I played with a lot of guys that never wanted to come off the field, so they worked and pushed themselves to get in shape to not come off the field. Like, that's the mindset these guys got to have. Like, I'm gonna have to play both ways for us to be successful this year.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, like, we're gonna be young.
Yeah.
You know, that's part of it. Like, when you get, especially this small school level, like, you're gonna have years where you got a bunch of seniors like we had last year. You're gonna have years that you have, 10 to 15 seniors. I mean, that's just part of Small school, high school football.
Yeah.
Like next year, this not this year, but next year, that 2027 class, there's going to be a lot of seniors in that group that they're going to get a lot of playing time this year, and then next year, you know, God forbid we don't go to 4A, but like you could see the possible outcome again, where we got a lot of seniors, then we got a lot of juniors with a lot of playing time. That could be a well-experienced team next season.
Yeah.
But these guys got to buy in this year to be successful this year. And that's the biggest thing is health and buying in and listening to what they're being told. And because we got coaches that, the one thing, like I've said the last couple of years, is if you've noticed, we have consistency in the program now. Like our numbers are growing, like the weight's going up, the speed times are going up. Like that's showing signs of consistency in the program that we're finally had. This is now fifth year?
On year
fifth
5,
total.
yeah.
Fourth is fourth is the main guy, right? Not the interim. 5 if you're counting the interim. Yeah. So I mean, we say interim, but I mean it's his 5th year. I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, when's the last time we had a coach here for 5 years? Was it Chambers?
Chambers, he was 5 years.
5 years.
Which, that's crazy to say, is the second highest tenured head coach in history of Navy.
Harris has got to be 1, right? Harris
No,
was
it
here.
was Cobb. He was 7.
Harris was here 6, 5?
I think 5. Him and Chambers were tied for 5.
99, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, might be 6, unless he came in 2000. Because he was here my junior year, 04, 05 season. So it would have been, it's whatever, if he came in 99 or 98, I can't remember.
Let's see.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I thought Harris was here for like 8 years, 7 or 8
Yeah,
years.
it seemed like a while, but
Yeah.
time flies.
Okay, it was 6 years, 99 to
Yeah, I thought
04.
I thought it was longer than that.
So it was Cobb, then Harris, and then Chambers.
Yeah, that's crazy. We've never had a guy longer than, we've never had a decade, a guy that's been here a decade or longer. That's
Like you said, I think with now being here as long as he has, and then talk about last year's senior class, I think that was a really good class to kind of, the success they had, kind of set the standard of like, hey, like this is what we've been telling you it can be like.
Yeah.
Let's build on this. Like these guys are your example now.
Right.
You know the scene Friday Night Lights at the end where popping names off the depth chart. Like that's how it was. Like they're gone now.
Yep.
But strive to be like that class was.
Yeah.
Like go further than they did. You know, take it to the next level.
And you know, like I said, like we're saying, guys aren't returning starters, but like the receiver spot with Caden and Keaton, they both played about the same. Like I mean, they got a lot of snaps on offense. There's guys on defense that got a lot of snaps on defense that weren't a starter. I mean, so we got guys that are going to go out there and they're going to compete and they're going to be fine. It's just getting them in there and now you're the guy.
Yeah.
And instead of, hey, you don't got to, like, when you're standing on the sideline a little bit, you're not as locked in, like, until you get in. Now, like, as soon as we come out of the locker room, you got to be, hey, it's time to go.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
going into this season, it's not one of the seasons where I'm worried.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, we've got dudes that they're coming in. They've had their snaps. They played football for years now. It's just who's going to be the few that really step up and take over those spots to be took over. Because it seems like my head always has at least one or two that you're kind of like, where. Okay, like he's been good, but dang, where did this come from? Who's gonna be it? Right. How long is it gonna take in the season for it to show?
I'm like you said, I'm interested to see that. Like I think there's gonna be a couple sophomores that I think step up, and you're like, dude's all right. We got him for 2 more years after this. And I want to see Terry Alexander step up, have a bigger presence on defense. Kale's going to have to lead. Him and Top, Mamon, Ryland, those dudes are going to have to carry it as far as leadership. Aiden Cargile's got to demand. He's the quarterback, and I've talked to him about this. Like, this is your team. And I said, there's no seniority in leadership. You're the quarterback. You get them right. So I'm interested to see how how big of a season he can have. And the thing about him is he's got the arm, but he's got the legs to match too. Like, I mean, he's not going to go out here and run for 1,000, 1,500 yards. But when it breaks down, he can run. You can design some quarterback runs for him. He can get 10, 15 yards. You know?
He'll be a tough runner.
That's what that worries me a little bit too.
Right,
he's a quarterback. He's looking to run somebody over.
He don't want to go down. It'll be scary since he's the quarterback. But I don't have any worries about him running the ball whenever he has to.
So the offense honestly could be. I mean, it was dynamic last year. Records were broken, but it could be more. It could be more unpredictable because now we can run the quarterback a little more. So you can't just focus on these two things. You know, we're not just handing it off and the running back running to the right side. He can pull that thing and go out the back door. So, I mean, it's a little more you got to be worried about. So, I'm interested to see.
Anyway, that'll take a lot off what Top has to do.
Yeah.
Now, Aiden is another guy that can run the ball. I'm not saying he's going to go out there and run it 20 times, but he can get.
And I don't think he should.
He should, no.
But we'll have to get Case in here and talk to him about it and kind of pick his brain a little bit with it and all that. And I mean, I know you know, but you're limited on what you could say. So, but no, it's going to be interesting. That's the word for this. This year is going to be interesting. Like I don't have my hopes too high. But I don't have them set too low either. Like
I don't see no 1-9, 2-8 top season. I see us competing for the district championship again.
And people got to understand too. We did lose a lot, so it might not look good early on. Like just stay the course, man, and it'll figure itself out.
I mean, you're gonna have growing pains. When a team this young, you're gonna have growing pains getting into the season. Like it's not gonna be a finished product day one. I mean, I think that's what. And kind of getting off subject here a little bit, like kind of what's wrong with our society when it comes to sports. It's a microwave society. Everybody wants it done now.
Instant gratification, like win now, and that's just not how it works, especially in small schools. Like, so I mean, just we gotta stay positive and support them. And like I said, it's Case first year being at OC, so he's gonna be growing and learning as he goes, and he's gonna make some mistakes. And like the kids are gonna make some mistakes. The main thing is just supporting them, staying positive, and growing and building this thing throughout the season. So by the time we get to district, we're playing for a district championship again, because district's not going to be any easier. Grandview brought a lot back. West is going to be good. Whitney's brought back their core. Like, I mean, it's, I don't know what, I've never really heard of Maypro being good, but they were last year, so they might be building something over there, So, I mean,
See, to me, going into this season, I think it could be very similar going into Abram's year here. Where, like we knew we were going to the slot team and all that, so there's a lot of mystery about how this is going to work. And,
we lost a lot of seniors.
It got off to a slow start. You kind of were like, not us, but there's people around there like, man, they need to throw the slot T away. Like, get back to what we've been doing. This ain't working. But then it just kind of got better and better and better. And district came around. They were rolling.
It was.
I think that's how this season can be. Maybe it starts out a little slow. We didn't really look good week one. Maybe, I don't know. But then maybe it's like, okay, hey, he looked good week two. Hey, they look good week two. Hey, this is starting to work. Now we're going into district, and it's like, okay, we got this thing going now. We know who's who. We know who's our dudes. Let's go out there and compete for another district title. Because I mean, you're gonna have to be ready to go in district, because you made a lot of people mad in district last year, especially Grandview.
Oh yeah,
they're gonna be gunning from ahead this year. And they got to be ready.
The target's on our back. I mean, it really is, and we don't get to say that too often.
Right.
Well, basketball's a little different. Like, I feel like basketball, every time we play somebody, they want to kick our teeth in. But football, it's like people schedule us for homecoming, bro. They do. Like, but you go out and you win district, and we celebrate. We did against Grandview, and we, like I said, them dudes, they remember that. But getting back to the growing, and it's 7-on-7. I thought from the start of 7-on-7 to the end of 7-on-7. We got better. Like, we looked a lot better, especially from Tyler to SMU. Like, that was. It looked like we grew, and kids were more confident in making plays. And Aiden, like I said, Aiden looked a lot confident throwing the football. He looked comfortable back there. So I think that's what I envision on the season. Like, week one, it was like last year. We got beat 70-something to 40-something, and everybody's talking. We scored 42 points.
Yeah, and that itself
And
isn't
they didn't
very
have
typical
reserves.
of a
They
Mahia
didn't-
team.
Like Westwood didn't have reserves. Like
Yeah.
their starters played the whole game.
Yeah. How many times have we come out week 1 and put up over 30?
Yeah.
Not many.
It's not too often.
Yeah,
I mean, that was something to be positive about.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not like they beat us 70-0.
Right.
So I mean, it just everybody's got to just be patient and just let this thing play out how it's supposed to.
Yeah.
You know.
And,
And,
you know, we're talking about, we're not really ones for the moral victories and all that.
Yeah.
But just when it comes to this stuff, like you gotta
can build
find
on that.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
find the positives of what to build on. Like
Yeah.
it's like you said, just be patient.
yeah, and I think we'll be fine. Like I said, there's other sports that I'm worried about. Football is not like we're going to be okay. Like, is there a chance we could be bad? Yeah. But we're going to be competitively bad if we are.
Yeah.
You know, we're not just going to be getting beat 60-0 every week. Like, we're going to be building every week. But I think, you know, Westwood, you know, that's going to be a really tough game. Fairfield's going to be a really tough game. They brought back a lot. Tig's always a tough game. Cameron, I don't know. Last year they were injured a little bit, but we dominated.
They were young too.
I mean, Gatesville, like you said, is Gatesville. Like, they're always tough. So, I mean, you know, we just got, our main thing is to get better each week, stay healthy, going into district. And we'll be fine.
Yeah. I mean, and you look at our schedule. Westwood, new defense coordinator. Fairfield brought back their staff. Gatesville, new head coach, new coordinators. Tig brought back their staff, but they lost a lot, so they're bringing in new guys on the team. Cameron Yo, new coordinators.
Yeah.
Groesbeck, whole new staff. Whitney brought back everybody. West did. Maypearl, whole new staff. So, like, there's some.
And Maypearl was senior heavy too, right?
Yeah.
If I'm not
They-
mistaken. They
brought back 3 on offense,
Yeah.
2 on defense.
Yeah.
Like, they're kind of in the same boat. Like, they lost a lot just like we did.
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll see. You know, like I said, like my biggest thing is just getting better each week and staying healthy going into the district, and we'll be fine.
Yeah.
That's just my thing. So,
Is there any one game that you're just looking forward to?
Westwood.
Westwood?
Look, I love Mahia, but I love to see good high school football players. And the Bryant kid's going to be one of the best kids. By the time he graduates, you might be able to say that's one of the top 5 greatest high school football players I ever watched personally with my own eyes at the small school level, maybe at a bigger level. I mean, because we've seen some dudes at state championship games, but just at a regular 3A high school football game, like just last year as a sophomore, he made it look so easy. Like we'd get back there to him and he'd just dump it. I mean, I'm in that one. Like, because I want to see us go out there and play, and it's just week 1. Like, we get to see the Black Cats again playing football, but just to see him too, like that dude there that's like, you don't get to see too many special kids on your schedule. I'll say that. Like, we could go pick a random game and go watch a 5-star.
Yeah.
Like, we could do that. But this kid's on our schedule, and you know, we get to see him. Always grows back.
Tig and Fairfield.
Yeah.
Like I said, I like that we went back down to 3A, because now you get those games where, you know, Tig comes around. Tig's always a fun week to me, just because Trey, Justin, and our group messages and all that.
It'll be a true homecoming this year.
Yeah.
It's on homecoming, and Trey and Justin come back for homecoming.
And two, I think we're building a rivalry with Tig. It starts to feel like, because we're splitting every other year. Mm-hmm. Like, they're beating us, we're beating them. They're beating us, we're beating them. And it's you're hearing a lot more friendly trash talk with the Tig folks now.
Right.
Fairfield's always going to be one. Like,
see, the Fairfield game's interesting because they bring back the quarterback and that receiver, right?
And running back.
And y'all talked about it before. We feel like when we played them last year, not to say they didn't know that was their bread and butter, but it's
that dude could sling it.
That duo wasn't going like it was after they played us. So I'm interested to see how we look going against that.
Like, he threw some balls that just barely missed, and maybe it was a timing thing or something. But when he would let it go, I was just like, this kid can.
Yeah, he can sling it.
Yeah, he's 6'4", about 190. I mean, he's a good looking kid. Like, he's not. Like, I don't know if he's getting any offers or any looks, but I mean, you just go watch him throw a football. He passes the eye test.
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't know how well he runs. He didn't really run much against us. And I didn't pay attention to it in track. I know he ran track. I seen him out there, but I just didn't pay attention to him running. But I mean, you just go watch him throw the football. I mean, he passes the eye test for sure.
And I mean, just go back to it. Rivalries. With Fairfield, we split the last 7 meetings.
I mean, that's always a big. I think we're getting our local. Like I hear like guys in the 80s and 90s, they talk about how big every one of those games were. Right. And I think it's getting back to that, man. Like I think it's really like those 3 games, like the Tri-County games are starting to.
And see, my head in Fairfield was still kind of that way because we all played each other still through the 4A years and all that. But like you said, now Tig's getting back into the picture where we've been in the same district for 3-4 years now. Like it takes that time of being together, playing each other for that to build. I think Tig's getting back into the picture. So that's what 3-4 games we've named that we're kind of looking forward to.
Yeah, and all those at home too.
Yeah,
Fairfield, Tig, and Groesbeck.
Yeah, and only one of those is a district game. So I mean, it's exciting pre-district.
I'm not looking forward to Cameron. I don't want to go to. I hate going down there. I don't want to go to Gatesville. I hate driving to Gatesville.
Drive. Yeah.
Like Gatesville's the longest hour and 30 minutes ever. I think. Like it seems like it takes 4 hours to get over there.
Yeah, it does.
So I mean,
what about you, Coach?
Just ready for August 4th.
There you go.
Just jumping into it. I mean, obviously, like you look at those rivalry games, like oh yeah, I got those circled. I mean. Wanted to start.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward.
And I'm kind of living the dream right now. I got a kid playing it. You grow up, you play and whether it was here or wherever he's going to play at, your kid's playing Friday nights in Texas high school football, bro. It's a true circle of life thing. Like I did it, now he's doing it. And I get to watch him, and I get to enjoy it. Now hopefully he has a great year, but it's getting to see him play, and then he's doing it on the field that I did it at. So and he's being coached by guys that their people coached me, and then guys that he watched play as a kid, now they're coaching him. So it's just a really full a circle moment of Mahia football for him. Like I said, those guys watched us. Now he watched them. Now they're coaching him. So I mean, it's pretty cool. So
what was Tim McGraw's name on Friday Night Lights? Charlie, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's gonna be West this year.
Man, I ain't never had to worry about him holding on to the football though. So I didn't gotta.
No, I'm just saying we might see you step out on the field during 2 days.
Yeah, he dropped the ball. Yeah. Take them gloves off. You don't deserve to wear them. Something like that. But no, it's just it was fun last year, and then I know this year he should have a bigger impact on the offense and hopefully defense. That's where he needs to get his butt out there and play defense. But yeah, hopefully he has a bigger impact and can help us win some games and have a really good season. So I'm excited about that. Just as a dad,
Yeah, I mean, August 4th.
It's coming.
Be here quick.
It's crazy there's no more 2 days though.
We get 1 day of practice, and then school starts the next day.
See, that's the weirdest thing to me. Back in the day, you were what, 2 weeks of 2 days at least.
Yeah, it was
3. You already did your scrimmages and everything.
Yeah. Well, no, our first scrimmage wasn't during school. Our second one always was.
See, when I was in school, I think it was all you got the first week.
Our second scrimmage was always the first week of school.
See, I think all 4 of my years, it all matched up to that week 1 was your first week that you started school.
I got you. Well, we used to start mid-August too, though, like the end of the teens.
Yeah,
kind of and then so that scrimmage would always kind of fall that Thursday or Friday of that first week of school, and then the season would be that next week.
Yeah.
So I think we always started school on a Wednesday, and then the week 1 game was that Friday.
Yeah, that sounds about. Yeah,
I think that's how we did it.
Yeah, but ours was always a week. But we got out of school earlier than y'all, I would almost assume, too. Didn't y'all go to, like, June? The first week of June?
I know I graduated on June 1st.
See, I graduated, like, May 24th, 25th.
Yeah, mine was on June 4th.
Yeah, see, so, yeah. We started, like, probably a week earlier than y'all, so. Nah, but I'm ready for it, man. This is my favorite time of year. Like, I There's nothing like football. Like all those other sports are great, but football's different, man. It's
Yeah,
there's a lot going on, and all has to go right. And building that engine, man, and I'm ready for it. Interested to see.
Ready to get back on the pigskin preview.
Yeah, I was gonna say to me, like it's the pageantry of it all. Like we're all three on the pigskin preview at Texas 99. We started this up this year. This is our first time to do football doing this, so I'm excited about that. And I'm sure we're gonna have Case on soon. I'm sure we can bring Simp in.
Yeah,
we're gonna be talking to Now weekly,
reviewing kids, talking about them. It's a lot that we can. It's a lot we can really do with football. And we're all football guys too. That's I think the biggest thing too. We all, I think, love football. Have the same passion for it that most Texas men do.
Yeah.
So when we were talking basketball, it was cool. But I was like, man, football, we can do so much with football. Like we can really do a lot with football. So I'm excited what we have in store for our fans and moving forward and getting into the season. So.
Yeah, hopefully we get start doing these weekly again. Like I said, we'll start breaking down our opponents more in depth, seeing who they have coming back, who they lost, all that. Maybe some predictions here and there. A lot of stuff in store. Before we go, best football movie out there.
Oh man, put us on the spot.
Yep.
Because I got a lot.
Mine's easy for me. It's always been Friday Night Lights. I don't know. I just remember the Titans is good. I think I put that at number 2. But Friday Night Lights.
Can we do the top 5 before we go?
We could. Yeah.
It's in no order. It's Remember the Titans. Remember the Titans and Friday Night Lights are 1A, 1B. I could put them. Because I can watch them all day. So I got Remember the Titans, Friday Night Lights, Little Giants.
I think you're forgetting an important one.
I know I am.
Varsity Blues is up there for me.
Varsity Blues. I told you to put me on the spot, man. If anybody ever got on, if we posted this and anybody ever put Air Bud, I'd block them. Dude, what are we doing? Varsity Blues, Remember the Titans, Friday Night Lights, Little Giants. I know I'm forgetting. Either We Are Marshall or Gridiron Gang.
Gridiron Gang. Yeah, that's a good one. I forget about Gridiron Gang.
Yeah, We Are Marshall probably ahead of Gridiron Gang. But I feel like I'm forgetting one that would be above both those. But I'll let y'all go ahead, and then if I remember it, then I can
go next for you.
Recant.
You can go.
We go Friday Night Lights, Remember the Titans.
Oh, he's cheating.
Yeah, he's got.
Make sure I don't leave any off.
Yeah, because I'm over here. As soon as he said it, I was like, damn.
So Friday Night Lights, Remember the Titans, Varsity Blues. We go Any Given Sunday.
See, I'm not I like it, but I'm not I don't have to watch it.
I'm gonna go We Are Marshall after that.
Yeah.
You need help?
The cheat sheet.
Yeah. See, you get The Water Boy. That's a good one. The Longest Yard.
Express.
Yeah, The Express. I forget about that.
You got The Program.
Yeah, that's a good one. There's been a lot of good ones.
Blindside, of course.
And see, to
Wasn't
me,
a big Blindside guy, especially after he came out and said it was all fake.
Yeah.
That wasn't really how that all went down. So
The Replacements.
yeah,
that's a good one. I watch it every time it's on TV.
man. To me, what tops them all, and it's not even a movie. It's the show, Friday Night Lights. That's even better than the movie to me, just because there's more of a story.
Yeah.
To me, nothing beats Friday Night Lights, the show. Nothing beats the movie.
Yeah.
And then it's everything else.
It's funny in the movie, they're all talking to each other in the parking lot after they lost, and they're at the end of the movie, and I'm like, y'all are gonna see each other at school Monday.
Yeah.
Y'all are acting like football season ended at school.
Well, they got to make it dramatic.
You be great. I was like, I still got history class Monday, bro. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
But nah, it was, and a lot of people from Carter were mad how they how they portrayed Carter to be in that movie.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, they did make them kind of seem like they were just these like thug ghetto ass people. Oh, my bad. but you know, I get their frustration with that, but I think it played well in the movie to show how really good Dallas Carter was in '88 or '89, whenever it was. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't have to portray him like that all the way, but I thought they looked clean, the dark visors and all that. So, but no, Friday Night Lights and Remember the Titans and Marlon my top two though. Like if I got to pick one, I'm gonna and Little Giants. I love Little Giants, man. So.
See, to me, with Friday Night Lights, what sets us apart is you get everything that the other movies do, but the way Friday Night Lights ends, it captures that. You know, that moment that everybody who plays high school football goes through of you didn't win it all. You know, there's only one winner. It wasn't you, and it kind of, you know, there's like a 2-3 minute part of that of just, you know, them taking the loss, and I feel like other movies don't do that. Everything ends happy.
There's three feelings I get during football season from when I played. I get the start of the year, like the jitters, like it's back, the excitement, the smell of the high school football stadium, and then
Thought he was gonna say the Frito pies.
I love. Hey, you gotta have me one. Hey, I had one at Ennis at the state 10U state tournament. It was pretty good.
Yeah, you know, football season.
It was, and it was kind of small too. Like, you know,
But it had the good cheese.
They did have the good cheese, and then it's the end when like the season's over and they lose. Like when we lost to Pilot Point. Like, dude, like inside, like I felt like I just lost, like from when I was in high school when we lost at Baylor. Like you see the sadness on the kids, and like you remember that, and like and it touches you, and you're like the joys and how it just becomes heartbreak, you know.
Yeah.
But that's life. Like that's the one thing I think football teaches everybody that no other sport can is like football is a lot like life, man. It really teaches you a lot. You can learn a lot from playing football. So, but yeah, that's like. Friday Night Lights, like the end of the movie when his dad hugs him and, you know, he puts the ring on his finger. Like that's every dad and son almost, or parent and son, when their season ends, you know, except for the state championship. You know, you win it. You're not
Right.
You know, you've won the whole thing. So I mean,
I don't know. So.
yeah, not nobody. Yeah, there's only one group in my head that knows, and that'd probably be good. Get a couple of them guys on and do maybe we could do like an alumni episode where we just bring in, you know, we have like a 5 or 10 minute interviews with certain alum that are well known here in Mahia. You know, guys from the past. When you start talking about top 5, top 10 players, you know, of course one of them's on our show. He's just not here today. That if he's not in anybody's top 3 to 5, they didn't watch enough Mahia high school football. But you know, you could bring in the Jeff Proctors and the Trey Davises and the Doug Gentrys and you know, Carl Beecham, Luke Beecham, you know, Justin Reeds, Damian Halls, all these guys, you know, Buggy Smith, you know, all these guys that were really, really good football players and all that. I think that'd be something we could maybe try to do.
Sure. Yeah, you speak of top 5, just looking at some people's top 5s a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's
some of y'all got some wild opinions out there.
Let me see it. Where's that comment at?
What's it say?
Who was it? The one, here it is, Coach Barstow.
What'd he say?
Never saw him play, but according to the stories around fire pits and garages,
yes, sir.
There's no way they would lie, would they? Number 1, Josh Carroll.
Yeah.
Number 2, Justin Adams.
Yeah.
Number 3, Keith Vest. Number 4, Joseph Carroll. Number 5, our own Wes Davis.
That's a pretty accurate list right there, boys.
That was my favorite comment on that.
Retire number 2. Retire number 2. No, that's funny, and it's stuff like that makes post it like that you post. It makes it fun. So
everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Yeah, I wish I was top 5. Shoot, I didn't work hard enough to be top 5. So that's why I try to tell That's why I try to tell Key all the time. And you can talk about it all you want. If you ain't working, then shoot, it's just all talk. So
your top 5 at AT&T Stadium of Dr. Pepper's drink at the state title games.
I'm definitely ranked. I didn't drink as many as y'all say, but
You're a Hall of Famer in my book, Coach.
I put back some Dr. Peppers. I did. I spent some money.
Yep.
It's like, can I just keep the same cup and y'all just refill it? Like, y'all are wasting cups. No, I'm glad to be back, boys.
Yep.
that time of year, man. I got the football itch.
I got a quick question. Your favorite play from last season? Is it Bird jumping over Grosbeck? That's mine easy.
I mean, watching my boy score his first touchdown was like, that's a dad moment though. Like that was.
You talking about football play?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's Bird for me.
Bird jumping over the dude in Grosbeck and
it's for what it meant.
80-yard touchdown.
Like, what it meant for him, what it meant, because him and Micah were like brothers.
Right.
Just the whole meaning of it, what it meant at that time in the ball game. Like it was. That's probably
that's easily mine.
Yeah, it was exciting to watch KB go over the top of guys too.
Yeah,
that was you probably could pick a couple of Birds runs. I'm sure Key Draylen getting that was it a strip sack against Maypro to seal it, or it might not have sealed it, but it dropped it and moved them back defensively. Dro made some plays.
It was Dro against Maypro that tipped it, and Noah got the interception, wasn't it? Or was it the other way around? I think Noah caught it. That was a pretty big play in that game too.
Yeah, there was. I mean, you could go through and pick a top 5, top 10. Yeah, but Birds run. Yeah. I mean, that went viral.
Yeah.
It should have went ESPN. But
I loved any time we did the tush push. It was just, all right, y'all know what we're about to do, but you can't stop it.
Yeah. That's a lot of teams, though. Like, Philly they're so good at it, they want it banned. And I'm like, man, we can't keep taking stuff out of sports. Like, it's a dangerous game. That's why you wear helmets and pads, so. But no, I'm interested to see how this season goes. I'm glad to be back with you boys, talking it up. Hopefully Ken will be with us next time. Start previewing some kids and talking ball and get some coaches in here and all that. So y'all crank back up tomorrow, getting them boys right.
Tomorrow this was like our last real regular week without anything going on.
Yeah.
The following week, all the coaches come back, so we start doing our meetings and all that stuff. Then we got coaches convention following weekend. And then teachers come back to work, and then practice starts.
It'll be here quick.
Kind of for me, when 4th of July gets here, that means it's
counting down.
It's time now. So excited.
I think we all are, man. It's that dreaded dry area. Like I love baseball and I watch Rangers play some, but this time of year, I'm ready for that football. Try to watch Canadian ball and it just.
The Rangers turned around like they did 2 years ago. Might be watching them.
They're just so inconsistent, man. They're just. We'll score 8 or 10 one game and come back and get shut out 2-0. I mean,
well, almost here.
Close.
All right. Again, be on the lookout for more episodes. We're going to try to make this thing get back on our weekly schedule. Countdown to football. That's where we're at now. Anything else?
No, just excited to be back with you boys and ready to put out some great content.
Yep, ready to jump into it.
Well, I'm Landry.
I'm Wes.
Nathan.
This is the Water Tower Podcast.
Getting out of here. Water Tower, it sure is good to see